Happy today to share with you a topic maybe misunderstood or unknown for some of you about Rfactor 2 and the steering lock. It's not a secret and it's not a hack. Some people may call it a hack. I don't call it a hack, but it's a complex way to set up the steering lock correctly on Rfactor 2. So, is it important? Yes, it's very important, especially on Rfactor 2, and I will give you some tips on how to adjust it. So let's go. For some of you who don't know what is the steering lock, a summary of the theory. So the steering lock is the maximum angle of the wheels, and the steering rotation is the angle from end to end, lock to lock, of the steering wheel. So if the car has a steering lock of 15 degrees and the wheel rotation range of 520, if you turn your wheel full lock to the right, your wheels will turn at 15 degrees to the right. Quite easy. So on the first example, we have the wheel on the center, so zero rotation. And on the right, we have a complete lock to the right to reach the 15 degrees. So with the steering rotation of 520, you need to turn your wheel 260 degrees. This is too much. So more importantly, the steering ratio. The steering ratio is how fast or slow the wheel will reach its maximum lock when you turn right or left. So here I show you how to calculate the steering ratio. The lower the ratio, the faster the steering. So we go back to our example. The first example with 520 degrees steering range or steering rotation. To reach 15 degrees lock, I need to turn the wheel 260 degrees to the right. But if I set the wheel rotation to 380, I will need only 190 degrees of rotation in order to reach the full steering lock. So it's faster to reach the 15 degrees. So, okay, why do you show us this thing? I don't care. I just drive the car with the factory settings. But I can tell you, or some guys may think, is it will it make me faster? Yes. Generally speaking, for the most cars on Rfactor 2, it will make you faster if you have or you set the car with lower steering ratio. Yeah, why? So with faster ratio, faster turning, it's more easy to turn and your steering is more precise. You put less effort on turning the wheel. You just rotate a little bit the wheel to the right or the left and you're done. You don't need to rotate at 45 degrees or 90 degrees in order to turn easily. So instead of 19 degrees or 45, you will turn the wheel at 20 degrees, 25, just small movements. Small movements means more precise and more easy and less fatigue, especially in endurance races. Less fatigue is very important. And you have faster response time. If you feel snap oversteer, you will quickly adjust the steering and solve the oversteering. And of course, you can catch very easily a slide also. And the thing is with Rfactor 2, you will have more details on the force feedback. It's strange, but it's correct. You will have a heavier wheel and more detailed force feedback. But with fast steering, the car will feel more reactive, so it will be harder to drive, especially on fast sections. But it's up to you. You may get used to it and it won't cause you any issue. And when you reach maximum lock, you of course use more tire, so your tire will get warmer and you will wear very quickly. So practically on Rfactor 2, to achieve that, you need to go to settings, calibrate, and you go to steering. You set the wheel range to 450 degrees as starting. To start, changing the settings, start by 450, and you will go lower and lower when you get used to these changes. So on Rfactor 2, to reach also fast ratio, you will need lower steering range. Okay. And the second thing, you need to uncheck the vehicle set. When the vehicle set is checked, Rfactor 2 will decide of the steering wheel. It will be similar to the one on the setup. But here we need to force it. So you need to uncheck the vehicle set and force the steering wheel range to 450, and also you have to put 450 degrees on your profile, steering profile, if it's Thrustmaster, Fanatec, or any other wheel you use. You have a profile. On this profile you also put 450 degrees in order to match what you set on Rfactor 2. It's more about visual thing than real feeling. The real feeling depends on your Thrustmaster profile or Fanatec profile, what you set there. So set it correctly. Okay, and you go to the setup screen, you change the steering or wheel range lock to your liking. I found this very useful with the Corvette and the Ferrari, both GTE and GT3s. They have on the setup very low lock in terms of degrees. So to counter this effect, I use the maximum steering wheel range on the setup and I lower the steering wheel range on the settings. So I will have faster turning. So these tips, you have to try them before judging. Try them on the especially Ferrari and the Corvette, and you will notice a big difference. You will be much quicker, at least 3/10 quicker, because you will feel the car less understeery and more reactive. Okay, that's it. Very short video, and I hope it was useful. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what I'm doing, give it a like and share it with other people so they can benefit from it too. It's important to share. I love sharing everything I do and I know, and I encourage you to also share what you think is useful for other people too. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.